Hello there guys, my name is Mr. Gamer here, and I was gonna wait for Halloween to do this video, but I just could not help myself because it's been out for ages now. It's been years since it came out, but I just can't stop thinking about making a video for it. And yeah, it's hopefully not really gonna make you poop your pants, but just show you how creepy video games can be sometimes. So yeah, so people got a picture here. Pokemon, yeah, they're child friendly, nice kind game, yeah, for average or starter gamers. And I've got a really creepy story about it. One of the specific Pokemons is not in this picture right here, but it's a really creepy story that I've only just came across, and apparently it's been out for years. So yeah, sit back and hopefully don't poop your pants. Here we go. So here he is, Hypno. Just a normal Pokemon, yeah. Until you hear the creepypasta story, or pasta, whatever you want to call it. If you don't know what creepypasta is, it's basically they make up all these creepy stories. Some people believe they're real, some people don't. And I, for one, I'm stuck in between. Go on like creepypasta, type it on online. I can't really explain the whole story behind them all. But basically, there was this boy. He went to like this garage sale, and there was this creepy old man lived down the street who was selling like games, and he had I think it was Pokemon Red. I'm not sure. Oh, I should have researched that. But anyway, yeah. And he bought the game for, I think it was like for a really cheap price, and he thought it was a really good deal. He took it home and he put it in his Game Boy, whatever. Was playing it for a few hours or whatever, and suddenly he came across this cave which isn't meant to be in the game. When he's like watched his friends playing the game, and he hadn't seen the cave, and he'd watched videos on YouTube, whatever, or something like that. I don't even know if YouTube was around back then. I can't remember, but he'd seen stuff, and the cave wasn't in there. And he had this book, like a guidebook about all the different places in the game, and the cave wasn't even on there. And he made the bad mistake to decide to go in that cave. Okay, so I'm gonna read this off the creepypasta Wikipedia page. It says that the game ran perfectly up until I came up to a later part in the game where I found the cave. And it says this whole bit where he went inside, whatever. You know, on Pokemon games, when you go to different places, the name of where you are pops up on the screen, and it said Lullaby Cave. It had that famous music from Lavender Town playing in the background, which was the other creepypasta story about Pokemon. Excited as I was beginning to grow intimidated as to what I might find. After 2 passages I had went through, I saw a Pokemon I couldn't make out, but I couldn't move to talk to it, and it walked deeper into the cavern where it caught sight of me. Sorry, I don't know what's going on today. The more I ventured, the creepier it became, as the next part of the cave, surrounded in fog, the music seemed to turn an increasingly deeper pitch. I was absolutely daunted by the sight. I would see it in the next part of the cave. There was a female NPC lying in front of the Pokemon, but it seemed to be tied down. The Pokemon came closer to me, but I couldn't move. A battle scene was then triggered, and I soon discovered the Pokemon was Hypno. Instead of being able to call up any of my Pokemon, Hypno had used a hypnosis on me. After the battle scene ended, I had fallen asleep, and the Pokemon was standing right in front of my character. I tried mashing any of the buttons. I could not awake my character or move, but it was all in vain. He started to drag my character over to the girl's body, and then proceeded to tie my character down. He stayed there for a couple of seconds before the screen faded to black, and it said, "A few hours later." The cave was darker than it was earlier, and Hypno was holding something. It started to swing in front of my character's eyes. The cave turned blood red, and his eyes seemed to turn the same shade shortly after. Underneath the sprite of Hypno it read, "Hypno used nightmare." Then the highest pitched sound I've ever heard came from my speakers, and I dropped the Game Boy immediately. It looked as though the girl and my character were starting to bleed. A clarinet line came from their mouths as they withered about. And after a bit, their lifeless bodies fell into a pool of crimson. Okay, that's a bit weird. Hypno just stood there. He seemed to be laughing as the screen faded to black yet again. Text then started to appear underneath Hypno. It read, "Oh little children, you were not clever. Now you should stay with me forever." I pooped my pants, sorry. Anyway, the game then changed back to the opening screen. It had the option of new game, but no continue. So basically they were dead if you didn't get that. Hypno is a psychic Pokemon that seems to have a dark past with him. He was one of my favourites, in fact, up until that point, and I pray someday I will stop waking up to find rope burns on my wrists. So yep, that's the end of that creepy story, but there is another bit, so make sure you don't go away, guys. So yeah, there will be another bit in a minute. Okay, here's another bit I found. It's about his Pokédex entries. For gold on Generation 2, it says when it is very hungry, it puts humans to sleep that it meets, and then it feasts on their dreams. Okay, creepy. And here's one for Fire Red, which is the most famous and most creepiest. It says it carries a pendulum-like device. There once was an incident in which it took away a child it hypnotized, which possibly could link with the story, it being the one that the little girl that it tied up. So yeah, that's why most people will leave it. And now I will read you the lullaby that Hypno actually sang to the children. So, here we go. Come little children, come with me, safe and happy you will be. Away from home, now let us run, with Hypno you'll have so much fun. Oh little children, please don't cry, Hypno won't hurt a fly. Be free to frolic, be free to play, come with me to my cave to stay. Oh little children, please don't squirm, these ropes I know will hold you firm. Now look at me, the pendulum calls, back and forth your eyelids fall. Oh little children, you cannot leave, for you, your families, they will grieve. Minds unravelling at the seams, allowing me to haunt their dreams. Do not wail and do not weep, it's time for you to go to sleep. Little children, you were not clever, now you'll stay with me forever. Now I'm just going to say, if you were not creeped out by that story at all, I salute you. Seriously, I pooped my pants. I'm not joking. I was going to say I'll put a picture of it, but no, I'm not going to do that. Anyway, I hope you kind of enjoyed it. I don't know if you would enjoy that kind of stuff. But yeah, I've been waiting to do that video for ages. I'm kind of running out of time. So I'm going to have to wrap this video up right now. So yeah, I hope you kind of enjoyed the video. If you like these creepy pasta stories, you know, make sure you message me. I'm quite an active channel, so if you got a question, just inbox me or put on my channel comments. I will answer any question you ask me. And I'd like to do a shout out to the Venoms Gamer and to Jwits, Pokemon guy. So yeah, I will see you guys later, and make sure you sleep. No, I'm just joking. And yeah, see you guys later. Peace out. Keep calm.